This is BAIT, Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Movement.
Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to this late night episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program / Keep the Bad Guys Away. Hey, nice to see ya. Oh boy, what do you guys think about my photo with that Border Patrol car? I mean, man, dude, isn't that way cool? I've been trying for the longest time to get a photo of me with a Border Patrol car. See, I was on my way to Mexico today, and there was one sitting there, and it wasn't like in operation out catching bad guys, so I grabbed someone. I'm like, take my photo, and then I wanted it from the other side, but the sun was glaring too much, so at least I got that one. I just wish that pole thing wasn't there, but oh God, isn't that way cool? I got it posted all over Facebook with my ICE victim letter that talks about the Federal Witness Protection Program. So it's like, better together. Okay, so, but you know what? See, staying near ICE, that's good for me. Okay, so, but get this. I was coming back from Mexico, and you got to show your passport to the agent and all that. Okay, so I was like, waiting in the line, and I saw the canine unit for customs. I was like, oh, wait, cool canine unit, and there was these big signs, don't pet the dog, canine unit, but you just want to pet it because he's so cute, but he's like a guard dog, right? But I just kept thinking to myself, God, I wish I had a couple of those. Wish I had a couple of those canine dogs. If I could get a couple of those canine dogs, that would be so fantastic for my safety against the terrorists and this FBI task force that I got in trouble with Congress 4 years ago. Oh my God, if I could just get two of those. I've actually been trying to get Congress to get me, those ICE dogs, see if they can just, take it out of the FBI's budget and stuff like that. But so far that hasn't paid off. And so no. Anyway, get this. I'm going through customs. So, I show the agent my passport. Oh God, I got a new customs agent. See, every time, I cross the border, I get a new agent. All good for me. More agents, the better on this disaster that I have to deal with. But okay, so get this. He's like, look at his computer. He's like, that doesn't look like you. I'm thinking to myself, what the heck? He's like, your hair is different. I'm thinking to myself, well, got hairstyles, they come and go. He's like, do you got another ID? I'm like, well, yeah, I got my Arizona ID. So I show him my Arizona ID, and then I'm like, well, I got a Nevada driver's license too, and I'm showing him that, and he's like, well, that's okay, I don't need that. And he says, and I said, yes, I understand that I have some identity theft in the computer, and I'm trying to peel around. I mean, his screen's turned this way, facing him. I'm trying to peel around, see if I can see what the hell he's looking at, but I couldn't see it. It was all blacked out. And I'm like, yes, it's my understanding that I throw up some pretty big red flags in the system. Yeah, so, but anyway, so he was like, and I'm like, especially Agent Burkholder, I'm like, he knows I have problems all the time. My agent I got down there in Houston, and I'm a human trafficking victim. I'm trying to give him the short synopsis of everything. There's this a long line of people wanting to come through. I mean, when I was waiting in line initially, there wasn't that many people. And I saw all these people come behind me, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to give him the synopsis of this. But so anyway, but apparently there was something that really flagged up in his computer today that made him ask me, to see further identification, all that. And I told him, there's something going on, customs agent. There's something going on. I said, because, I got this phone call yesterday, from a guy claiming to be from the FBI call center. And I just told him, I said, I only deal with Homeland Security and the U.S. Marshal Service. And I hung up on him. I said, so there's something going on. Besides the everyday hack of the nursing employment, I'm telling this customs agent, of course I can't get a job in El Centro, a nursing job, because that's what I did. I'm a nurse, can't get a job in El Centro, can't get a contract, applied to go staff, and nobody's called and all that. So, and then of course I got to tell him I got to leave, outside of this district, and go to, someplace where I can get a nursing job. I'm telling him this because I'm pissed, not to mention I should have meant to tell him, I'm trying to get a job in an ICE prison too, but I can't get the stupid damn commission corps to commission me. And there's a nursing job right in El Centro, the next city over. And I was actually up in El Centro today because I had to get another pre-employment drug screen for another nursing agency. I got one for this contract, all good. The contract's all good. Apparently they got the background check, and that's all good. They got that last county background check back. Hopefully maybe the marshals up there in Nebraska stepped in. But see, this was for another nursing agency because I got to work a couple jobs. because, I got to have safety money to run from bad guys unless I can sell like a zillion of these stun guns, or anything from the ISOO's Fashion Galaxy Mall. Did you know that the ISOO's Fashion Galaxy Mall is actually part of my, safety planning money? So that's why I said, anytime you buy something, stun gun or anything like that, it goes to help me keep away from bad guys. But okay, which is hella damn expensive, and I'm always running out of money. Like, oh boy. So, but anyway, big red flags apparently today coming back from Mexico into the United States. So whatever the heck, the agent, the customs agent saw on his computer is probably related to this damn phone call I got yesterday. These assholes in the FBI. See, I bet you he wanted to say it was the FBI and he just couldn't because he's law enforcement. He's probably thinking to himself, felony, but anyway, add up the felonies. Okay. I wish I could stay where I am right now, but boy, that's why I said I gotta leave soon, so I'm packing. It doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to take all my stuff with me, and it looks like there's a possibility that, I still might not have housing in my next city for a couple of days, so I've had to throw out a bunch of stuff, throw out some suitcases, get a couple other bags, consolidate, and try to be more portable, in the event that I'm homeless out on the streets for a couple of days or something else happens. But that's why I said packing up tonight. But boy, so the next time I see you, I'll be in my next terrorism dodge out pad. So, but there's something else that happened today, but I'm not really quite sure what to think about it. I had to take this pre-employment drug screen up in El Centro, and I had to take the bus up there because this FBI task force, these assholes swiped my Honda Prelude years ago. So there's something, I don't know what to think about it. It's like apparently you're in pre-employment, you're in drug screening program that my company from Los Angeles, this agency said, isn't a chain of custody like usually I get pre-employment drug screen. So I heavily questioned this chick, and I was telling her, I said, I'm very adamant about providing identification, all that, and I'm questioning her why I'm not labeling stuff like I usually do on these chain of custody pre-employment drug screens, and she's telling me it's a different way that the test was ordered, and then there's something about the doctor wasn't assigned for the test, and I don't know, something that I gotta watch. There's another agency I worked for in LA, and they didn't use a chain of custody form either. They actually did the pre-employment drug screen right there in their office. So I don't know, maybe it's just something that LA County does, but I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I'm gonna have to watch it. But boy, when I told her about how my son's father didn't provide ID for a paternity test, she about totally flipped because it's a whole legal thing. She was like, what? How would they let him take that? I'm my girlfriend. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I said. So I'm questioning you just so I make sure I know what the heck's going on. Give me a receipt that I was here and whatever. And I just would, just have to see how things go. I don't use drugs. I'm not a druggie. So, everything always comes back clean. There's no reason for it not to be, except for the fact that I got this FBI task force in trouble, and then I got this asshole phone call yesterday. So they're always trying to make me look bad to make them look good. So it's just something that I got to keep an eye on. And if something, if they try to pull something, then I just report it. But anyway, that's tonight's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. Keep the bad guys away. Don't forget, shop at the ISOO's Fashion Galaxy Mall, and I'll see you next time. Be careful, there's real criminals and terrorists out there.